passion and desire to help others? Are you ready to take action but aren't sure what to do? Do you need some inspiration? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Ambassador Arena. My name is Mentia Smith, and I manage the Young Scholar Ambassador Program here at the Davidson Institute. Through the Ambassador Program, we foster civic engagement and leadership in our young scholars. The ambassadors featured in the arena have successfully completed their ambassador training. Over the past 18 months, these social entrepreneurs have developed, initiated, and managed a significant social impact project while receiving training and support on a variety of project management topics. They've met the three main requirements of the training, which we call the 3 A's: acquire, action, and accountability. They've acquired knowledge through the monthly week-long seminars with experts. They've taken action by setting goals and using the knowledge and skills they gained along the way to consistently work towards those goals. And they've stayed accountable by checking in monthly with their advisor, who also provides guidance and support. In the arena, we highlight young scholar ambassadors who are using their passions, skills, and strengths to make a positive difference in the world. They're incredible role models, and we hope you'll be inspired to take your next step as you learn about their journey. In the arena today, we have Class of 2021 Ambassador Sai. His project is Kids Within the Reach, which aims to address malnutrition in children, as well as encourage kids to help kids. Hi, Sai.
Hi, thank you for having me here today.
Thank you for being here. We are so honored to have you. I'll hand this presentation over to you now.
Thank you. As Nintio was saying earlier, hi everyone, my name is Sagar Lanka, and my project is Kids Within the Reach, and we work towards addressing malnutrition in children around the world. So in my presentation today, I'll be kind of covering the origin of my project, as well as the current ongoing projects, and different ways that you can get involved. So my project began when I was in 7th grade, when my family and I had been touring the village my grandmother grew up in India, similar to the one in the photo, all day, and I was exhausted walking around. It was a very physically taxing trip, and my fatigue began to set in as the sun came down the sky. So I was very excited, looking forward to dinner, and seeing the different Indian delicacies my grandparents had made on my summer trip to India. And finally, after a long wait, it was dinner time, and my aunt had begun bringing out the food out of the kitchen, and my imagination ran wild, imagining what tasty sweets we could enjoy after dinner. But when she finally started serving everyone, I was astonished. In everyone's plates were two small idlis, barely larger than the size of a US quarter. After taking note of everyone else's um, attitude towards the meal, I began eating as well, desperately hoping my aunt had hidden a second course somewhere else in the kitchen. Instead, once everyone had finished eating, the talk quickly moved towards sleeping arrangements and plans for the next night. And once I had settled into my assignment for the night, I stared up at the mud ceiling mindlessly. And within seconds, I could feel my stomach ache and growl over the tiny meal that had not fully satisfied my appetite. It had seemed like only a few minutes after, when my stomach quieted down before my younger sister woke me up early in the morning, eager to start the next day. As we waved goodbye to my aunt and uncle and drove to the next stop of my journey, I quietly wondered what I had experienced the night before. Just one meal where my appetite was not satisfied seemed to weaken my entire body and mind. And when I returned to the hotel a few days later, I researched online about this issue for some more information. There, I read devastating stories, often of younger children succumbing to malnutrition. And as I gained more exposure to this issue, I also felt motivated to help in whatever way I could. After doing some research, I found out that 149 million children under the age of 5 are affected by stunting and wasting caused by the lack of access to proper nutrition. In addition, one half of all deaths in children under the age of 5 are attributed to undernutrition. And these children are often starved, rejected, and hopeless about the situation. And the foundation of their problems is a lack of food available to them. It just blew my mind that so many kids my age were unable to afford even a single glass of milk. To address this issue, I started an organization, Kids Within the Reach, which works towards addressing malnutrition in children around the world. 5 years ago, I created my first robotics camp tailored to elementary and middle school students who are interested in learning the fundamental skills of engineering and the evening programming language. And since then, we've conducted camps annually each summer and taught over 200 students by increasing STEM awareness in the community, and have also expanded to teach other STEM related camps to students all around the world. So here's some pictures from our camps in the past. And through a common cause, we've also been able to recruit volunteers from local middle schoolers and high schoolers who share a similar passion to make the community a better place. So interested volunteers like the one in the photo here felt motivated to share their skills of programming with the younger children and volunteer at each of the summer camps. In this past year, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to adapt to the situation and switch to online virtual summer camps. And the response was phenomenal. We had students from all over the world in countries like Canada and India, and students across the nation attending our camps. And it was just fascinating seeing that regardless of where everyone lived and how they looked and whatever culture they celebrated, everyone still had that same eagerness to learn more and have fun while learning more about science. Additionally, over the past year, we have collaborated with the Gram Swaraj Trust in India and the Libraries of Love organization in Uganda and Kenya to provide milk to children in underserved populations in those countries. Here's a few photos from our work with the Gram Swaraj Trust in India. And here are a few different photos from the Libraries of our work with the Libraries of Love organization in Uganda and Kenya. And overall, it's just been really rewarding and really motivating to kind of see the happiness on these kids' faces as they receive this glass of milk. It's really inspired me as well as some of the volunteers to kind of work harder and expand the reach of our project to help even more children. In total, we've been able to provide over 10,000 glasses of milk and over $7,000 in donations to help provide milk to children in 3 different countries. And now, kind of moving on to our future projects that are upcoming. Once again, we'll be conducting an annual science summer camp that's addressed to middle school students in grades 6, 7, and 8. It'll be 4 days of competitive science in biology, chemistry, and physics that's needed for advanced science competitions. So if you're a middle schooler who wants to compete in this different competitive competitions, or if you just want to learn more about science at an advanced rate, this is a great camp for you because we have detailed explanations and tons of practice questions and interactive tools to help you learn the material better. If this is something you're interested in, you can scan the QR code or enter the link on the slide to register for the camp. In addition to our summer camp, we'll be conducting a milk drive. While summer is a time of great fun and excitement for many children, however, 22 million children who rely on free or reduced price school meals during the school year it's a time where they miss out on a critical component of their diet, milk. Milk is one of the most requested items by food banks year round, and it's especially needed during the summer. However, a 2014 survey by Feeding America Food Banks revealed that on average, they were only able to provide the equivalent of less than 1 gallon of milk per person per year. However, the amount of milk that's required to meet the daily recommendation is 68 gallons. So there's a clear discrepancy between the recommended amount and the actual amount that's being given to these children. And this is because while donors are generous with canned and dry good donations, many don't think to donate milk because it's perishable. And this is why 95% of food banks say they don't have enough milk to meet client needs. This summer, you can help us bring more fresh milk, which contains 9 essential nutrients, including 8 grams of protein in just 1 glass, to children who need it the most in communities in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And even if you don't live in the DFW area, you can still get involved by donating. And 100% of this money goes directly towards buying milk and donating it to those children who need it the most. If you're interested in getting involved with this program, there's more information on our website, kidswithinthereach.org. And our third ongoing project we have is a Make Us Part of Your Celebration campaign. So for a birthday, anniversary, holiday, religious ceremony, or just any other event, share your happiness with others, as a small $10 donation can provide 40 glasses of milk to children in need. And by doing so, your special day will become even more special as we brighten the world for our future generations. And once again, you can get involved by entering the link on the slide or going to our website. There's a donation link that you can donate on, and it will go towards providing milk to children in need. And here's a slide of different contact us information. If you scan the QR code, it will take you to a link tree, which contains our website, some more information, as well as our social media accounts. And this is also on the slide here. We have the website, which is kidswithinthereach.org, our Instagram and Facebook accounts, as well as my information. If you ever want to reach out to me, I put my phone number and email. So feel free to just send me a message or an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So once again, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you today, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Wow, thank you so much, Sai, for such an incredible presentation. It's amazing to hear about the impact that you're making in the world. So now that you've completed the ambassador program, what's one thing you learned about yourself from this experience?
I think the biggest thing I learned was that I can make a difference. You always see in the news different teens as well as just adults donating incredible amounts of money to charity, and that always felt a little out of reach. But through my project and just kind of going through this entire process, I kind of learned that I can make a difference. When I first started, I was just in seventh grade, and I didn't really know too much about the issue or ways I can help. But over time, I was able to use the skills I had, like EV3 programming and just STEM science concepts and things like that. So I was able to use my skills and share it with the community while also help address this problem. So through this process, I think the biggest thing I learned was that I can make a positive difference in my community. And you don't have to be like a special someone, a genius, a prodigy, or whatever. Anyone can make a difference.
Perfect, thank you. And what are you most proud of when it comes to your project?
I think throughout the process, just seeing the happiness on the kids' faces as they received a glass of milk. While we were working with the Ground Sweaters Trust and the Libraries of Love, just the photos that they kept on sending us back with them distributing the milk, it was just really gratifying and also really motivating to kind of see how happy they were. Like you could see in the pictures, they were smiling. A few kids even started crying because it's been so long since they had a glass of milk. So that was really inspiring and motivating for me, as well as some of the other volunteers to get more involved and figure out more ways that we can expand the reach of our project and do more to help address this issue.
Wow, you really are changing lives. So in closing, what advice might you share for those who have a passion and a desire to help others, but aren't quite sure where to start?
There's always different ways you can get involved, whether it's creating your own project or finding something online. If you are creating your own project, just find something that you feel you're good at. Like for me, I felt I was confident enough to teach some programming to some elementary school students. So that was just something that I felt I could do to bring a change. So just find something you're good at or just want to share with the community and figure out a way to kind of connect that to a problem or an issue in the world and that you can help address. So just connect different passions that you have of helping others, as well as different passions you have of teaching per se, or just different skills that you have, and just connecting those two together to improve the community in whatever way you can.
Great, good, wonderful words of advice. So thank you, Sai, for having the courage to step into the arena and for being a role model for other young people. Thank you for the work that you're doing to make the world a better place. Do you have any closing statements?
Once again, thank you for having me. It was a great opportunity. And if you want to find more information or figure out more ways you can get involved with my project, you can go to our website, kidswithinthereach.org, to just see more information and just go through different photos we have, as well as different events and things that are upcoming.
Thank you, Sai.
Thank you.
So for those who are watching, I hope you found this motivating. If you don't already know some of your passions, you can start by brainstorming things that you like or enjoy. What are some of your hobbies? What unique skills and talents do you have? Some ambassadors combine their passion for helping others with different experiences they've had. What experiences have you had that can inspire you? And no one can tell you what your passion is. Only you can define it for yourself. And if you're ready to take the next step and are interested in learning how the ambassador program can help you, Visit our members' website at davidsongifted.org. There you'll find more details about the training, the benefits of the program, and how to get started. Thank you for joining us in the Ambassador Arena today. And until next time, what is your next step?